Welcome back, everyone. So on today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys the entire Back Alley Builds car collection, from some cars that you've seen on multiple videos to some cars you've never even seen yet. And I'm going to be showing you guys a little bit of the backstory behind some of these cars and future plans and what we're planning on with the channel. Now, this will be the first annual video. I would like to do one of these each year to see how we progress and how many cars we expand to. And without further ado, let's start on the first one. So the first car we're gonna be starting with is this 1965 Ford Galaxy, which is the first classic car we got in the collection and actually really the flagship behind the Back Alley Builds channel when it started. But this is our 1965 Ford Galaxy. This car has a 352 V8 in it with a C6 automatic and has 31,000 original miles on it. We had this car restored about 4 years ago. My wife's had it for many, many years, and this car really is just the perfect cruiser car. It's not a big power car, but it drives down the highway just perfectly. The blue and blue interior and exterior with the chrome, it just looks so good. And we get a ton of compliments on this car, especially because it was restored back to factory spec. So we didn't really do any aftermarket things on this car. It was pretty well just as it came off the showroom floor in 1965. With this car also, we do know a lot of the backstory on it, which is why we keep this one as nice as it is, and this is one of the ones that we will never sell. But it's by far one of my favorite cars, and like I said, this was the car I learned to drive classic cars in, so this holds a special place in my heart for the classic car collection that we have, and the reason that everything has kind of progressed as it has is all came from this one right here. So if you guys see it at the car shows and everything, come by, be sure to grab a sticker and say hi and just admire it. It is like, it's a beautiful car and we love it very much. And it actually, to be honest with you guys, this is probably the first time you guys are seeing it because we keep it in the shop so much because we don't leave this car outside. We don't drive it in the rain. This is probably one of the best cars that we have in the collection currently. But with that, let's go to the next car. And now we're on to this. This is one of my favorite cars in this entire car collection and one of the most viral cars that we've had. This is a 1964 Ford Galaxy 500 XL with a 390 big block and an automatic with only 54,000 original miles. Just look at it. Everybody that we meet, we've had this car out to lots of shows and lots of events, and everybody that we meet absolutely adores this car because of the red on exterior, the red interior, and the chrome look to it. Everybody loves this car. I love this car, and I'm just super thankful that we've had this car for about 4 years now. We've put a little bit into it, but it has just been so reliable and so good. Like it's just, looking at it, it is the classic muscle car 60s vibe, with it being loud, aggressive, fast, and a big block. And everybody just loves it. All right, so this is one of my favorite cars in the entire collection, and one of the cars that I got to really fluke luck to find this thing. This is a 1966 Ford Mustang. It's cherry red, it's got 289, it's an automatic car, and it's just a beautiful Mustang. I've actually driven this thing all across YHC Alberta to many, many shows and had a ton of people loving this car. It has 44,000 original miles on it. This car did come from California and was actually driven to YHC Alberta from California back in the 90s. And the back history on this car is it actually drove there from LA in a snowstorm and had no heat in the car, and the gentleman and his wife that I purchased it off of actually were covered up in blankets and to stay warm throughout the drive. But this car was a very fluke luck. It sat for 25 years under a cover, and I happened to be working for the gentleman, and he had shown me this car, and I ended up buying it off of him. By far, one of the most viral cars on the channel. This car has actually been one of the starts of, as this car is also like the Galaxy, with one of the starts as to what the channel has become. And I appreciate everyone that comes and looks at this car at the shows and the meets, because we get a ton of love for it. So now, this is one of the most known vehicles around this area because of how loud it is. This is my 1995 F-150 that I've had for probably 7 years now. I've done a ton of revisions on this truck. I've made it loud, I've made it aggressive, and I've made it right in your face. And for that reason, it's one of my favorite because it's known around town and everyone knows that it's my truck. This is a 1995 F-150 with a 351 Windsor and an automatic with a list of things done to it. We have lift kit, we have big tires and wheels, light bars, cold air, multiple horn systems. I like to use this truck for parades and such. So we have a Model T horn put in this truck. We have a General Lee horn put in this truck. We have a one-off deck built specifically for this truck. It's got a big stereo in it. This has been my, let's see how far we can modify something. And this is a spinning, we've done so much. We've mud bogged this truck. We've been using this truck to haul every single car in the entire channel. This truck has been used by far more than any other vehicle in this channel, and it's stood the test of time and it's done a dang good job of doing it. I bring this truck to a lot of shows and stuff too, and the kids love the horns in it because they're so iconic. So by far one of my favorites, one of my first builds I've ever done as a kid, and I can't say enough good things about this truck. And now for everyone's favorite part of this truck. And now we have the truck that a lot of people have been asking about since I posted about it over almost a year ago. This is a 1953 Mercury M100 pickup truck that I rescued out of a field from a very, very nice family. They gave me it for a super good price to see it brought back to life. To be honest with you, we haven't done a lot with this truck since we got it. It's been pretty well parked, but that's okay because we just put it in the shop, and when it goes in the shop, that means it's getting done. We have a lot of big plans for this truck, but I'm not gonna tell you any of them because I want you to see how we're gonna transform this thing from this to what it's gonna become. Now, this truck has no engine, has no interior, has basically just a shell, a roller of a vehicle, but that's exactly what we wanted for the plans that we have for it. And you guys are not gonna wanna miss what we plan on doing to this thing. All right, so we're at the Model T, one of the most requested cars that I've ever had. And I'm aware it's dirty, it's dusty. It's actually been sitting in storage since last year's video where I blew the transmission in it. This is actually one of my favorite cars, to be honest with you. I love it, that's why it's still sitting here. Unfortunately, we can't drive it right now because of the blown transmission, but this is what I spent 2 years working on this car and I love it. It's a fully original Model T. I restored it back to factory. I spent 2 years working on this car and then we blew it up in one video. But that's okay because this car will be back on the channel, and I'm actually looking for any builders in the YHC Alberta area that know how to rebuild the linings on these transmissions. If you guys can DM me and we can get something worked out so we can get this car back on the road, that would be awesome. But that's what you see. That's where it's been. It's been this way. It's been actually in this security area for the last almost a year now, and it hasn't actually been touched or moved. I do plan on bringing it out to some of the shows this year and trailering it down because you guys request it so much. But this is where it's been this whole time. And with that, thank you everyone for watching the first annual Back Alley Builds car collection walkthrough. Please hit that like and subscribe button if you like what we're doing here and you want to see more cars come to the collection over the coming years. And I really appreciate you guys sticking around and following the channel since we've started, because that's how this entire car collection has been built. We'll see you guys in the next one.